where best friends and next-door neighbors, Willow and Lillian, spill the tea on murder, mysteries, and other things that go bump in the night. So get your favorite teacup ready, and let's get into it. Welcome to Cruelty Podcast. This is Lillian, and with me is Merris.
Hello.
Because it's a Merris Monday. It's a very special Merris Monday.
It's a Merry Merris Monday.
Merrismas.
Merry Miss, whatever.
Yeah, so we're recording this on Christmas Eve, so when you're listening to it, it'll be Christmas.
Here in the future.
Yeah, so happy Christmas to you if you celebrate that shit. I thought it would be fun, and maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, to tell creepy Christmas stories.
All right.
Christmas ghost stories, because, you know, that's what they used to do in the Victorian times.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't really celebrate Halloween as much. They did a little bit, but it was not a time for ghost stories, but Christmas was.
Okay.
And I get it. It's real dark and spooky around that time of year.
Yeah.
What, is that how you feel about Christmas ghost stories?
Yeah, just how I feel about Christmas.
We don't like Christmas here.
No,
It's
I mean,
depressing.
who hasn't Christmas traumatized?
That's true. Okay, Maris, hold on.
Uh-huh.
I have a fun question for you.
Okay.
All right. Well, it's not fun, but
No.
whatever. What is the absolute worst thing you've ever received for Christmas?
Huh. Well, it wasn't me, but I remember one of the kids getting a gift that wasn't fully there.
Oh, yeah. It was last year.
Mhm.
John from my crazy aunt who stalks me and probably listens to this podcast. P.S. Fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Sent him like the what are they? The Oculus Rift.
Right.
But it was just missing pieces.
Yeah.
So it didn't work. So
No.
John was so excited and then completely heartbroken. So thanks for being a huge disappointment,
I mean,
Susan.
but that's not me. But I don't even remember. Like, most people would give me stuff that isn't as not anything I'd be interested in or liked or
Yeah.
ever expressed liking. You know, that kind of stuff.
One of my worst Christmas gifts ever was perfume. Now, usually I fucking love getting perfume. And this was the perfume Wings.
Mm.
And it had a really swirly bottle. It was pretty. And it smelled good in the bottle. But when I put it on, I smelled like eggs. Like scrambled fucking eggs.
No, that's not any good.
But that wasn't the worst Christmas gift, because who could have known I would
Right.
smell like eggs? But I did tell everyone, I can't wear this. I smell like eggs. Guess what I got next Christmas?
Same thing?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it sucked.
I just give it
So
away.
I want you guys to hop in our Discord and tell me the worst gift you've ever received for Christmas.
Right.
Did you smell like eggs?
No.
No. All right. So, yeah, we're going to cover scary and weird Christmas stories. So I'm going to tell the first one very dramatically because it's my favorite. And it's the
Okay.
tale of the Mistletoe Bride.
Hmm.
This is a good one. It's very Edgar Allan Poe-ish.
Okay.
It's Christmas Day at Bramshell House. Snow is drifting slowly down from the sky, and the last rays of sunlight explode the air with reds and yellows.
Yeah.
Yes. It is a moment that must be cherished immediately, or it will be lost to time forever. But no one is outside to cherish it. A caravan of carriages lines the driveway leading up to the entrance. The soft window lights cast shadows on wheels and vacant
Ooh,
houses.
this is a very word picture.
Yeah. If you stop and listen, you can hear the sounds of clinking glasses and laughter, followed by muffled, roaring applause. While there is a celebration, it's not for Christmas. A wedding has just taken place. The wedding of Miss Anne Cope. Around her, the smiling faces of friends and family gather to give their best wishes. The men shake the hand of the groom. The women converse with the bride under hushed whispers and, little flirty looks to her newly betrothed.
Ooh.
Like lightning, the groom swoops from underneath Anne, and she has been lifted off the ground, and he's doing the bridal style.
Oh, I thought he
carry.
was flying. I liked my version better.
No,
Oh.
it's weird. And everybody's like, woo, go get laid or whatever. And so they said the night is upon us, and he wishes to spend it with his betrothed, and so everybody's laughing and stuff. But before going upstairs to go fuck, I guess, which is really weird, Haven't you always found that, like, in olden times, like right after the wedding, they're like, "Well, we're going to fuck now."
Yeah, I did find that weird. Yes, I do.
Like, it's none of my business. Please don't make me a witness to this. Yuck. But anyway, the lady, and she's like, "Hey, before we go upstairs and I get some really bad sex, I would like to play a little game." Yeah.
Is it checkers or sorry?
No.
Oh, shoots and ladders.
And, the husband is like, "I guess, fine." And she's like, "It's a simple game of wits." She's like, "Allow me 5 minutes to find a place to hide, and your task is to find me." She just wanted to play hide and seek.
That's really weird.
All right. So they are looking for this bitch. They wait the 5 minutes, and they look, and they look, and they look. They look up and down the stairs. They look in every room, in the bathrooms, under beds.
That
in
bitch is on a
closets.
ceiling.
They probably look there. They look up on the roof. And nobody can find her. Nobody at all.
I mean, that's a pretty great game if you didn't want to marry the dude.
Well, no. So she goes missing, like, entirely, and is literally never found.
I think that's pretty rad. Like,
The
maybe
husband-
she changed her name and married a different guy.
No, this is
out
going to
to
go
sea.
poorly. 50
Oh.
years go by. The guy is remarried and had children. He lives in this house. He still thinks about her, though. He wants to know, like, what happened, right?
Yeah.
It's still a mystery. And one day he goes up to the attic because he's, like, taking some shit up there or something. And he sees a trunk. And he gets kind of a weird feeling when he looks at
I
it.
bet there's a skeleton in there.
It was the skeleton of Anne.
How did she not come out and be like,
The trunk locked on her she couldn't get it open. It locked on the outside when she'd shut herself in it. And because she was kind of in, like, this is an old manor house, like, in England. And so this attic was, like, in, like, way in the back of the manor house, like, not usually
well, you win
accessed.
at hide and seek, lady?
She won really hard.
Why did she take it so seriously?
I don't know. But she did. It's very Edgar Allan Poe-ish, though. They could not hear her screams because she was just too far away.
Right. She
Yeah.
took that really
Well,
seriously.
and when they couldn't find her in the house, they went and searched the grounds. And so it was while they were searching the grounds, she was screaming, and then she just ran out of air and died.
I hate that story.
Why do you hate it?
It's just both silly and stupid, and somehow, I mean, I know it's sad, but I'm not sad.
Okay. But why they call her the Mistletoe Bride is
Uh-huh.
that she had taken a little sprig of mistletoe with her in case her husband was the one to find her so she could kiss him.
No, she ain't doing that.
No, she's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a local story, Maris.
Oh, dang.
It's about the Crescent Hotel,
Mhm.
Ooh, which is supposedly the most haunted hotel in America. I don't know about that.
They just trademarked that. It doesn't
They-
actually mean anything.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything. It is haunted as fuck, though, to be
Yeah.
fair. I mean, I used to work there as a ghost tour guide. I will be linking our Crescent Hotel episode in the comment, and well, not in the description. So if you guys want to check that out so you can get the whole history on it, it'll make this story more fun, because I'm not going into the whole history today.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it's an old-ass hotel built in, like, 1896, right? And they have this huge, beautiful ballroom. The dining room, it
Mhm.
used to be a ballroom. Now they've
Yeah.
turned it into a dining room. And it's called the Crystal Dining Room. And the food there is fucking terrible.
And spoiler alert, no crystals.
The crystal chandeliers
Okay,
indeed
fine,
have
but
crystals.
when you say crystal ballroom or crystal throne room, the whole thing got to be made of crystal
Why are you thinking like Fantasyland?
because that'd be cooler.
It would be. Anyway, no, it's not like that. It's just like wood floors, lots of windows, and big, chandeliers, big
Yeah.
crystal chandeliers. Anyway, it's now been turned into like, in the mornings they have a breakfast buffet, which is lit and delicious. But their food just tastes like Gordon Ramsay would come in and go, "It's raw," or it tastes freezer burn,
Yeah.
you donkey.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste good. So I am shitting on them and I just don't care.
What are they gonna do? Yell at us?
They can try.
I'll yell back.
They've
So
already
there.
yelled at me.
I'll yell
'cause
at 'em
I
more.
got fired, so
Yeah.
like I do. No, but so while like they have big Christmas activities at the Crescent, like ice skating and hot cocoa drinking, very fun. And so they set up all that kind of shit in the crystal dining room. Some Christmases at around midnight, when the staff go in to clear everything out, they'll walk into a room full of people, all in like Victorian clothes, and they are dancing.
That's pretty cool.
And they can hear music and everything.
Yeah.
And this vision lasts only seconds.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I want to try for me and Maris to maybe go there in the next couple of days and kind of wander around. And we're going to take some video.
All right.
And give everybody a little tour of the Crescent Hotel. It's just beautiful anyway to like look at. It's fun. And I can tell some of the ghost stories because I know them all. And since it's behind a Patreon paywall, they can't sue me.
Oh.
Unless they become patrons first, I guess.
Well, do it. Become patrons. Do it.
Yeah, so if you want to listen to this and see this video, you will need to be on the $5 tier. I will be putting that out sometime in the next week. I'm kind of excited about it.
Neat.
Yeah, me and Maris, we're going to wander around the Crescent Hotel.
And not see any crystals.
Well, we might see the crystal chandeliers.
I'm not going to be impressed.
This is what I live with every day of my life, folks.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on to our next story. It takes place on the island of Alcatraz. I couldn't fucking talk.
I've been there.
Yeah,
I wasn't
seen
locked
it.
up there, though, but I've been there.
Yeah, so Alcatraz is off the coast of San Francisco, and it is an island.
San Francisco, yeah.
Fuck you. It's a defunct prison now. No one's there.
Except for me when I visited.
That's right.
Yeah.
The island of I keep wanting to call it Alcatraz.
Alcatraz.
The island of Alcatraz has a long, creepy history.
Yeah.
In its early days, Native Americans allegedly used to banish miscreants to the island as punishment, where they were reportedly plagued by local spirits. Alcatraz became a notorious federal prison in 1934, housing criminals such as Al Capone, before it was shut down in 1963. Today, visitors to the island report hearing screams, the clanging of metal doors, and the sound of voices within the walls.
I heard none of those things when I visited.
Lame. One of the more famous tales associated with the island occurred in the 1940s when Warden James Johnston held a Christmas Day party at his residence for the staff of the prison. The good cheer is said to have been brought to a swift halt when an apparition sporting mutton chop whiskers and a gray suit appeared. The temperature in the room plummeted, the fire blew out, and before returning to normal, the ghost was just woo.
Yeah.
And then he disappeared.
Do you think ghosts actually say boo?
No, I don't think they say nothing.
Oh.
Typically, they usually just stand there, in my experience, and seeing ghosts a couple times.
Right.
I did see a full-bodied apparition in Eureka Springs.
Oh, dang.
And he just winked at me.
Whoa, the ghost was flirting.
Yeah, you gonna beat him up?
What'd you see? Where did you see it?
I saw it on Center Street. It was during one of my ghost tours there.
Yeah.
And it was that led to the tunnels that go underneath the city.
Yeah.
And it was a man in a black suit.
Was he in color or black and white?
He was in color.
Yeah.
He had a red shirt on and a very skinny black tie.
Okay.
And he had dark hair.
Yeah.
And was pretty handsome, honestly.
Whoa, you gonna date this ghost?
I mean, he disappeared pretty fast.
Oh, but he winked at you.
He did wink at me, and I just went, oh.
Yeah.
You know.
That's pretty
had
cool.
Had witnesses to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they also see the same thing?
They saw the same thing.
Wow.
But
that's crazy.
The lady that was with me felt the ghost winked at her. It was kind of salty that I suggested the ghost winked at me.
It's obviously you.
Now, I will say this. We did have a ghost hunting team come down in there once. And, they did their, EVPs and stuff. And it said Lillian.
Yeah, well, that's you.
That's me.
There's not any other around here.
Nuh-uh. Nope. I'm the only one.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think the ghost was hitting on me.
Yeah.
It's fine. Our love cannot be, for he is invisible.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're safe.
All right.
Our next story comes from England.
England.
What the fuck?
I don't know. I'm just throwing shade at everything.
That's after the United States, that's where most of our listeners are.
Well, I scoff at thee, England.
Wow, he went Old English on England.
Yeah, I did. I used their own tricks on them.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is about Anne Boleyn.
Right.
She is the notorious second wife of King Henry VIII. And to marry Anne, Henry spent years seeking a divorce from his first wife, Catherine of Aragon, which sounds like it's from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I was about to say, so he was divorcing Aragorn.
Aragorn, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay, I got
Yeah.
it.
And went on to sever England's relationship with the Catholic Church in Rome, forever changing the course of British history because he was horny and awful.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Despite the links he went to like marry Anne, he got really sick of her shit pretty soon and like wanted to bang somebody else, and so he had her beheaded in 1536.
Mm-hmm.
A number of reports exist that the ghost of Anne Boleyn, but perhaps like visits her childhood home in Hever Castle in Kent, but it's only on Christmas Eve. She comes there every Christmas Eve because in her writings, like her personal writings, she always said that's when she was the happiest, is on Christmas Eve in her childhood home.
Right.
And I actually just think that's fucking sad.
Yeah, that's real sad. Yeah.
She's like, well, he cut my head off and now this is what I do.
Right.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, that does suck.
Here's another one in England.
Yeah, again, England.
England's haunted as fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on over there,
What's with
y'all.
your ghosts? What's your ghost population?
It's all the colonialism.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I find this story interesting, and I'll tell you why at the end. It's just in Roose Hall in Suffolk, whatever, I can't talk.
We don't know.
Lays claim to being one of the most haunted houses in England. The 16th century hall has a number of sinister connections, including a gruesome hanging tree, which was an oak tree where like a lot of criminals were hanged. To make things even scarier, inside one of the building's cupboards, the mark of a devil's cloven hoof is said to be imprinted.
How do you know it's the devil's and not just like a sheep?
Well, because it was burned into the wood.
What if it was a really hot sheep?
Now you're being weird.
Yeah.
The most dramatic haunting, though, happens every Christmas Eve. Legend has it that a headless horseman clatters down the driveway with his 4 black horses pulling a phantom coach.
That's Halloween, not Christmas.
But it happens on Christmas Eve.
Okay. The Headless Horseman is a Halloween story, though.
In England, there's another ghost.
Okay.
He has his head, but he's walking a dog that doesn't have a head. What's with these things without heads?
I can't with England or any of its nonsense. That's dumb.
I mean, surely some good things come from England.
Nope.
Damn.
Name one.
Tea. They have good tea.
China's got better tea.
I don't know. I really like a good Earl Grey.
Okay, fine.
That's my favorite tea.
England's got one thing, and that's it.
I'm sure they got other stuff.
No, they don't.
They have to.
They don't. I've
Surely.
asked.
Who have you asked?
England?
You heard it here first, folks. Maris has asked England, and England goes, righto, I suck.
Yeah, it did. I'm trying to think of their food. Not good.
Nah, y'all's
Weather,
food is pretty
not
pathetic.
good. Colonialism, very
I do
bad.
like an English breakfast. I've had one once.
I don't like an English breakfast. I tried it, and it's bad.
Well, an American made it for me.
Then it's not English.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't get y'all's cooking. And you know what? I don't think it's entirely England's fault. I think it was during World War II when they had all that rationing and shit.
Yeah.
And y'all never recovered.
No.
But you don't have to ration no more. You good. You can add, like, since you did conquer all them nations, you can add the spices from them to
they
your
can't.
food.
Nope, they can't.
And you don't have to eat kidneys and stuff. You can throw that
Or
part
beans.
away.
What the hell? That's not a breakfast food. Fuck off.
I do like beans and toast.
It's
yummy.
not breakfast.
I think it's yummy, y'all. He's full of shit. And you know what England does do that I think is rad? I think we should have tea time. I think it's nice.
I just call it a break. We just want breaks. That's all.
I know, but I like the very deliberate sitting down, having a nice cup of tea and like some little cookies, because not biscuits. Biscuits is something else here, y'all.
Yeah.
You
I'd
put
eat
gravy
either
on that
or.
shit.
Biscuits or cookies is fine. I'd eat both.
Fluffy Southern style biscuits do not go with tea unless it's sweet iced tea.
Well, in Arkansas, we got biscuits and gravy, which is like
Hell
chocolate
yeah.
gravy. It's not
No,
really...
I don't like that chocolate gravy
That is
shit.
what comes from Arkansas. Is the
I know
chocolate
it does,
gravy.
but I don't think nothing good comes from Arkansas either, to be fair.
Me.
Well, you come from Michigan originally.
I defected because Michigan didn't want me anymore.
Are you making up? You're making up a weird backstory.
I'm making up all
now.
kinds of stuff today.
He's just straight up lying. I don't know what's gotten a hold of him.
I'm squirrely.
He don't like Christmas. It's made
No,
him
I don't
weird.
like Christmas. I don't like England, and I don't like. Well, I do like ghosts.
All right, so more from England.
Oh,
because
dang.
clearly all of England is haunted as
There's
fuck.
just Scotland is fine, but they're not England, so.
Here we go. The Brown Lady of Raynham Hall is the subject of one of the most famous ghost pictures in the world. And so if y'all want to see pictures like from this story or any of our cases, go over to our Patreon. That's where we put our case photos. It's not behind a paywall. Those are always going to be free. Just putting that out there. Anyway, back in the 1700s, owner Charles Townsend married a young woman named Dorothy Walpole. While they lived happily together for some time in Raynham Hall, Townsend soon became paranoid that his new wife was being unfaithful to him. This eventually drove him mad with jealousy, so he decided to hide Dorothy away in the hall, telling all of their friends and family that she had tragically passed away because he's a fucking psycho.
Just put her in a trunk like that other lady.
Dorothy was forced to stay inside the mansion, allowed only to wander through its halls, and not long after, she perished, having never left Raynham Hall. Sorry, that word is hard for me. It's spelled crazy.
Yeah.
So, basically, she died from Victorian woman disease.
Which
she just
is like
got
fainting.
sad and
Yeah,
she fainted.
She looked in the mirror too fast or something.
She put too much salt in
Right.
her food, and
Yeah.
it caused her to have the vapors.
Right, a sparrow came at her and she fainted. I don't know.
Yes. Ever since her passing, people have witnessed the image of a woman in a tattered brown dress wandering through the halls, and some of those reported encounters are really scary. One visitor who wasn't aware of the brown lady's legend approached a woman in the hall only to have her look at him with a glowing face, but where her eyes should have been, there were only empty sockets.
That's very scary.
Indeed. Years later, after numerous other reported sightings, a photographer came and took a picture of the fucking brown lady, and I'll show you the picture on there. I don't know why this is a Christmas one. I just shared this because I love this story.
Well, maybe it happens at Christmas.
It doesn't. She
Oh.
just haunts it all the time. She, like, almost every night she wanders the hall, and it is the most famous non-debunked ghost photo.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really cool. It looks like a kind of a hooded figure coming down the stairs. I'm sure you've seen this photo. Everybody, I think,
I don't
has.
know. I don't know nothing.
But yeah, it's really cool. And I always like that story where he's like, you know what? I'm jealous, so you just got to stay in the house, bitch. And she's like, okay, well, I'm just going to die.
I mean, I've felt that level of spite before.
You have. That is
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
You're a very spiteful person.
I would die in spite for sure. I mean, that
Yeah,
might be
yeah.
my cause of death when I do that, so.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So, yeah, more from the UK.
Oh my god.
According to legend, there was once a fearsome highwayman known only as Gilbert, which is the least fearsome
Yeah,
name
that is
on
not
Earth.
scary name at all.
He's like, you're picturing a highwayman, right, ladies? His
Uh-huh.
shirt's kind of unbuttoned a little bit. He's got on a mask and a cool jaunty hat and a sword,
He's
like
like,
a
I'm
rapier.
Gilbert.
And he's like, good evening, milady. I've come to rob you of all your belongings and your virtue. And she's like, oh, what is your name, foul highwayman? And he goes, Gilbert. Man, there ain't no wop now. It's all dried up.
No. It's
all
not a
dried
hot
up.
name. Sorry to all the Gilberts who are listening.
Yeah, sorry, Gilbert.
Yeah.
Anyway, one evening, the night before Christmas, a man and his daughter were traveling in a horse-drawn coach when Gilbert, the highwayman, apprehended them. The daughter was able to exit the coach, but before her father could disembark, the horses became startled and bolted down the road with the man and his coachman in tow. The two men struggled to get the horses back under control so they could go back and find the man's daughter, who had been left behind with Gilbert. However, when they arrived back at the scene, she was nowhere to be found. No shit. Instead, they saw Gilbert hunched over on the ground with a dagger in his side. Rumor claims that once the coach took off down the road, Gilbert revealed to the girl that he was the one who took her brother's life sometime before. Thrown into a rage by the revelation, she stabbed him.
Uh-huh.
Now legends say that Gilbert was buried by the side of the road, and every Christmas Eve he can be seen wandering the same road, waiting for the coach with the man and his daughter to pass by again. Like, Gilbert, do something else.
I want to go bully him.
You want to be like, hey, Gilbert.
Hey, Gil.
Scary name, Gilly boy.
Did you go by Gil or Bert?
Yeah, because you can't go by Gilbert.
No, that's too much.
That's too much.
Yeah.
Man.
These are
And he didn't
dumbass
even die
ghosts.
in a good way.
No.
He was like, I killed your brother.
I
and
just
she's
feel
like,
that's very
"Stab."
soap opera of him. How do you know that that's the girl who's,
Maybe he liked her and was being weird. I
yeah,
don't know.
I don't know.
I can't make a story out of that. It's too stupid.
No.
England, y'all's ghost stories are dumb.
Yeah.
Like, it always involves, and then I saw him, and he was there, but for only 2 seconds.
Well, I mean, that's true. That's just a ghost thing, though. That's
He
just what
rattled a
ghosts do.
cupboard. Oh, no.
But that's just what ghosts do.
I need blood to be coming down the walls and shit.
Yeah,
I need
yeah.
it to be scary.
Right.
I want to know more about the devil's hoof print in there. That sounds interesting.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to remember, like, isn't there like another Vatican article where like there's a burned handprint? Like that's something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of devil leaving burned hoof and handprints on shit.
Right.
And then there's the story of how he went dancing, the devil did, at this Irish party.
Yeah, that sounds lit.
Of noble people, and they were all drunk and had thrown potatoes around, whatever you do in Ireland.
That's what they do, yeah.
And she was really enamored by this guy. He was good at dancing and smooching. So she's like, do you want to come upstairs and fuck?
He's like, hell yeah,
And the devil was like, you know it. I'm DTF. And so they go up there.
Yeah.
And she then, like, notices his feet.
His feetses?
Well, his feet was hooves.
Well, then you know it's the devil.
And then she said, get thee behind me, Satan! But not in the, like, tap it way.
But like, you could do the behind way.
No, she wanted him to get the fuck out.
Oh.
And then some guys came up there and like, what's all this shouting? She goes, he is the devil.
Yeah.
And he went, I'm out. And he like flew through the roof and put like a hole in the ceiling and everything.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then they tried to track him down by following his little hoof prints on the snow-topped roofs of the houses.
But then they discovered it was just Santa Claus.
They didn't discover shit. He was gone because he's the devil and he can disappear.
Okay.
There's that story. That was a bonus story.
Well, we ruined it early.
Now, from Canada.
Oh, thank God, no more UK.
There might be more UK, I don't know. On December 25th, 1890, a disturbing story appeared on the front page of a Victoria newspaper, the Daily Colonist, you fucking colonizers.
Dang.
Just as the clock was striking midnight, ushering in the joyous Christmas day, a misdeed as dark and cowardly and mysterious as ever disfigured the history of this province.
Dang.
Was perpetrated. That's a really awkward headline.
Yeah.
The target, who went by the name David Fee, was only 21 years old and had been walking to meet his parents for evening mass at the nearby church after attending a costume party. He was dressed up in a white clown costume like a fool.
Yeah, for real.
Fee had just arrived at the corner where the cathedral sat when a man burst out from the shadows and aimed a double barrel directly at him.
Oh, dang.
The man simply said, "You challenged me."
No, I didn't. I'm a clown.
Before David Fee could speak, the man fired and David was dead.
Oh.
Apparently, the man had confused David for another man. Ever since that tragic night, David's ghost is rumored to wander the streets outside the cathedral as well as his gravesite.
Mm-hmm.
See, these are just sad. He was just like, I'm a dumbass clown going to church.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy comes out and he's like, fuck you.
He's like, we a duel.
And then he's like, oops, wrong dude.
I hope he goes to jail forever.
I'm sure they beat him to death or something.
Yeah.
Our next story comes from the good old US of A.
Oh, yeah.
Hotel Bethlehem, located in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, is home to a number of chilling ghost stories, not the least of which centers around a young girl named Mary Yo. Born in 1866, Mary, or May, as she was known, was raised on the stage, and she really then loved singing and performing from a very young age. Her talent gained her like a lot of attention, and eventually she performed with great success on stages in Paris and throughout Europe. She even caught the attention of a wealthy lord, who quickly married her and made her a member of the British aristocracy, which sounds boring.
Britain is back again.
Tragically, her success led her down a dangerous path, and her marriage fell apart after the lord who swept her off her feet went bankrupt, and she went on to marry an American soldier who robbed her of much of her wealth.
Oh.
At the time of her eventual passing, reports claimed that she recalled her years in Bethlehem as the best of her life, so to this day, in Hotel Bethlehem, visitors claim to see apparitions of a young May Yo dressed... Wait, her last name's Yo.
Mm-hmm.
First name May.
Right.
Mayo?
No.
Bitch.
No.
You gotta change your name. I know you did, but you gotta fix that.
Right. Yep, no, that's not good.
Oh, shit. Anyway, she paces around the Christmas tree, sits on the piano, and sings.
So, you become a Christmas ghost if you haunt the places you are most happy. That's what I'm getting from here.
Well, you have to show up only on Christmas,
right,
or more on Christmas than other times.
I'm gonna write it down from when I'm a ghost.
Are you gonna be a Christmas ghost?
Maybe. I have to find a place where I'm the most happy, and that's where I haunt, but only on Christmas.
And then how about this? Since you don't like Christmas, you take a shit in the fireplace.
That's how you know it's me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that disgusting smell? Tis the ghost of old Maris Asterius.
Just taking a dump in the fireplace.
As he does every Christmas.
Yeah. Yep. with my British accent, because, ghosts are British usually.
Usually.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Okay. This is our last story, and it comes from the land of Merris's ancestors, Poland.
Oh, good. Yeah.
In the middle of Krakow, Poland, sits the Wawel Castle.
Oh, that's close to where my peoples was from.
I know, which for centuries served as the home of each of Poland's kings after it was built in the early Middle Ages.
Mm-hmm.
Since this time, it has been associated with numerous legends and ghost stories spanning as far back as the prehistoric era.
Yeah, I know my peoples is ancient.
They is.
Yeah.
One such legend involves a large series of caves that are rumored to exist under a plot of nearby land known as Wawel Hill.
Yeah.
These caves have been explored countless times since they were discovered centuries ago, and they are rumored to hold the statue of a dragon and a millennia of human record.
This is way cooler than anything England ever thought of.
I know, I saved this for last.
Yeah.
Poland goes hard.
They do go hard, especially
on hating LGBT people.
Well, yeah.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Anyway, the statue of the dragon is in there. The caves are believed to have been inhabited by humans since the prehistoric era.
Cool.
The legend says that in the 11th century, King Casimir, who was just a child at the time, explored these caves and came across a strange tunnel. Inside the tunnel, he claimed to have found a large stone emitting a glowing light.
Holy shit.
And from this light, a magical protective energy is said to be emitted throughout Krakow.
Wow.
To this day, local legends claim the ghosts of all of the former kings of Poland's past meet every Christmas Eve in that very tunnel to talk about what's going to happen to Poland, I guess.
Did they say anything about Germany?
I don't know.
No.
I don't think the light worked that time.
No.
Or any of the other times Poland was invaded.
Yeah.
You know. And, y'all, this is a little bit shorter of an episode. It's because it's Christmas.
It is Christmas Eve.
We're
here.
tired.
Yeah.
Now, normally I don't really celebrate Christmas because I'm sad because I'm poor and I can't buy my kids presents. But this year,
Yeah.
I was able to buy stuff to make Christmas dinner.
That's cool.
We're having a fucking ham. We're having Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprouts.
Sweet potatoes.
I love sweet potatoes.
A Yule log cake.
A log. I will make the log as the Christmas ghost.
That's right. It's what you do. Maris shits in the fireplace
That's
every
my
Christmas.
Yule log.
Well, I think that's the end
All
of
right,
this
it's the end of this episode.
Now, when we start doing the scatological humor, we gotta go.
Yeah, we stop making poo jokes.
You know, because poo jokes are below dick jokes.
I mean, your butthole's usually below. Yeah.
What's more... Never, you know
I
what?
think
We
so.
need to stop. We
I
just
think
need to
so.
stop talking about buttholes and dicks and poop.
Yeah.
This is low-hanging fruit. It's
And
not
so
any
is
good.
my balls. They're low-hanging fruit. Okay.
You don't even have balls.
I don't have balls.
God.
No.
Would someone kill me for Christmas? Here is our business time.
Yeah, this is my business.
You know what? You may think, Lillian, I don't really get enough of the sweet, sweet, dulcet sounds of your ridiculous voice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have the answer for you. I'm the co-host on a new podcast called Reality.
Yeah.
Maris, do you want to talk about it? Whoa.
Reality is our brother-sister podcast to Cruelty. And it's where I watch reality television as your host, me, Maris.
Yeah.
And I'm just talking about Sister Wife. Almost done with the Sister Wife.
Can I just say thank God?
And then I'm going to probably move on to the 90 Day. Because I like 90 Day and it's very popular with people who watch TV.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'm forced to watch this shit. See, I'm already yawning.
Yeah.
I don't like it, but Maris makes me watch it, and then I say stupid things. That's the format.
That is the show.
I will be linking that in the comments. You can find it on Spotify at the very least. I'm still waiting for us to be listed in the other podcast places, but it should be, by the time you hear this, it'll probably be up on all the things. I've been working on it. In addition, we have a Patreon. Holy shit.
Yes, a Patreon, as I like to pronounce it wrongly.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
And for our Patreon, we do bonus cases. We'll do anywhere from 2 to 5 bonus episodes a month. I do little 15-minute cases a couple times a month. We're going to be having video. I can't promise when, but I'm working on it. And it's just an overall cool place to chill. So come in there, become a patron. It helps support this podcast, meaning we can keep doing it.
Yeah.
Because if it ain't making no money, I can't keep doing
You're gonna
it.
quit.
Well, no, I mean,
yeah.
maybe. I mean, it's a lot of work. I probably put over 40 hours a week into this podcast.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's a lot.
Too many.
So if you want this podcast, I'm not going to say it like that. It sounds like emotional blackmail.
It is. I
No,
blackmail you
I'm not
to do it.
No, if you can, that would be really sweet. And I want to continue making content. And the more money I can make doing this, the more content I can make for y'all.
Yeah.
Because I have more time to not be crying about bills in the corner, shaking and pooping my pants or something.
Yeah, like a Yule log.
Like a Yule log. That's right. Fuck off. You're
Uh-huh.
the worst, Maris.
Yeah,
You're the absolute worst. But that's all the business I have for today.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
So if all you can do, though, to support this podcast is listen, please know how much I appreciate it, and it's for you. That's why we do it.
Thank you.
Thank you. And until next time, goodbye.
Bye.
Us on your social media platform of choice. Linktree/Cruelty has all the links. Check out our Patreon for exclusive episodes, merch, ad-free episodes, live ghost hunts, and much more. Please be sure to subscribe. New episodes are uploaded weekly. Thank you so much. See you next time. Music and production by Libby.